Thanks for tuning in to Stocks with Antonio. Another cold night. That's why I got my jacket on. But I cannot let the weather stop me from talking about the market today. So let's get on with it. I'm going to share first how my day was in the market. I'm going to tell you about my trade. And let me know down in the comments below if you want to know how I do on the market and about my trades. If you prefer not to hear it, you can also let me know down below, right? That way I know what you guys like and I could focus more on what the audience likes. But yeah, on the market today, I made some profit on APLX. That's the 2X of Applied Digital. Some of you, if you've been watching this, you're probably tired of hearing me talk about Applied Digital and AI stocks. That's what I focus in. And I actually was holding APLX, which is not a stock you want to hold too long. That's not what it's meant for. It's meant for short term. But I got out today and I made some profit. Actually, to be honest, I put a stop loss and it kicked me out, but it kicked me on the profit and then went higher. So I wish I didn't put my stop loss at the price I did, but it's always great to use stop loss. That does happen. It happened to me today, but it kicked me out in green, so I can't complain. And it went higher, right? But I'll look for a new opportunity to re-enter. I like APLX. There's a lot of opportunity, but you got to be careful. Very risky play. But I made some profit on that, so that was exciting. Now ready to look for new opportunities in the market. And that's basically what I'm doing. If I see green, I'm taking profit because this market, we don't know what's going to happen. Is it going to continue to sell off, right? So you see green, take profits because the stock that you're in the green, you may not be in the green later in the day. You may not be in green the next day. So you don't want to hold too long if you're short-term trading. I always talk about a lot of stocks that have to do with AI. So I wanted to switch it up today. And one that's I've been hearing a lot about that's on my radar. I got on my watch list. I'm not in it right now, but I am looking for entry points, right? And right now with these sell-offs, with the market, the way it's acting, that's what I'm looking for. It's good entry points to good stocks and popular stocks. And one that's very popular is USAR. A lot of you watching this probably are already familiar with it. And we're getting a lot of news about rare earth minerals and how important it is. So there's going to be a lot of investments when it comes to the rare earth minerals, and USAR has been moving. Today it moved. So some of you, if you made money in USAR, let me know down in the comments below. Hopefully you did, and if you did, good job. I believe if it can stay above the $25, this thing could go up to $30 relatively soon. Now, if it breaks under the $25, what I've been seeing is a lot of people getting in between 22 and 23, and then it tends to ride back up to $25. So just keep an eye on it, right? There's no guarantees that this is going to happen again. It's what I've been seeing. I've been seeing it do this. So I'm keeping an eye on it. I'm looking for an entry point. I'll let you know on the next video if you want to know if I got into it. But rare earth is one that I got. I watched this and I'm keeping an eye on. Another one, space. Space right now is really popular. Some of you might have got into Rocket Lab. I got into Rocket Lab in 2025 last year. Believe it or not, Rocket Lab was trading under $20 a share. My girlfriend got into Rocket Lab under $20 a share. I got into it, but I sold it off. She still has it till this day, and she's up quite a bit. Not too long ago, I think it hit $100. So this thing really blew up. But some of you may say, "Hey, right now it's I believe let me try. I think it's at $76." I do keep an eye on it, but I know it's pulled back from. I know it was above 90, but it's pulled back from that. But actually, I'm curious. Let me see what it actually closed at today. Oh wow, it's at $80, right? So you might say, man, is there another opportunity? And I saw another one that may potentially go a lot higher than where it currently is, like Rocket Lab. Maybe not as fast as Rocket Lab, but it's in space and it's called BlackSky. Now, this one's new. I'm not in this one right now, but I'm going to keep an eye because I believe it could go up above $25. It's been selling off with the market. If you look at the market's been selling off. That's why nothing bad's come out on this company. Actually, their revenue's growing and their assets are growing, right? So those are the things you want to look for in the companies. Is revenue growing? Are they getting contracts? You want to see how these companies are doing. And I believe BlackSky is a good opportunity where you can get in at $23, $22 and eventually, depending how, the news that we get upcoming this week and things like that, this could turn around and go right to $25 or higher. Now, make sure you're doing your homework because I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just sharing with you stocks that I'm hearing about, stocks that I'm watching, and what I believe these stocks can do. Also, we just got some good news. Tonight, President Trump signed off on the bill, so the partial shutdown is over. We'll see how that impacts the market tomorrow, but I just read that actually when I was about to make this video. So I don't have all the details, but I figure I share that with you that the partial shutdown is coming to an end, and that could be, positive news to get this market to turn around. But let's talk about BlackSky here. Let me get it up on my phone really quick. So if you don't know the ticker symbol and you want to look it up, type in BKSY. You're going to see it closed at 2370, and after hours, it's pulled back. Now, to be honest, a lot of stocks have pulled back after hours. And if you've been paying attention to crypto, let me double check again on it. But crypto has really been selling off. And usually when I see crypto selling off, that's the good indicator that, in my opinion, that the stocks are going to follow. Usually that's what happens. So unfortunately, crypto's still selling off. A lot of stocks are red after hours. Now, it doesn't mean that tomorrow when the market opens, we're going to be red, but we could potentially continue to sell off. So that's just something you want to keep in mind. And that's why it's a good idea just to watch a lot of these stocks. But BlackSky, BKSY ticker symbol, check it out. Do your research on it. It closed at 23, but if we go here, I look at my phone a month ago, I'm looking a month back, this thing was above $25. It was almost $28. Let me see if it got close to $28. Right now, it's been pulling back for the market. These could be good entry points. The 23, 22, things start to turn around. We start getting good news. Investors start to come back into the market. This thing could go right back up to $25. Now, it all depends what you're looking to do with a stock. Sometimes, depending on the price point of a stock, if it goes up $2, I'm out of there. Now, if the stock's more expensive, I want the shares to climb more. But stocks that are under 30, under 20, what I personally do, if they go up $1, $2, I usually sell out of it because when I get into these stocks, I'm buying 100 or more shares, sometimes 200, 300. It depends how much money I have at the time because I'm invested in multiple things. But anything like in this range, I'm usually buying 100 plus shares. So if it goes up $1 or $2, I'm happy with $100, $200 a day. If I don't make that every day, but when it makes these moves, I usually get out of the stock. I don't want to be in my short terms too long because right now this market in 2026 is very volatile. I do believe I am bullish for 2026. I think we're going to end up a lot higher. We started the year really good. We went to new highs, and now we're just getting a pullback. Some of you, if you like Tom Lee predicted we're going to get a pullback. I don't know if this is the one pullback and then we're going to recover and just go to new highs again, or we're going to have another pullback. So we have to stay paying attention to the market. We got a lot of earnings coming out. We got, we just got news that the government partial shutdown should be over. So let's see what that does to the market. We got the reports coming out this week, job reports and things like that. So we need to continue to get that information, see how investors take it, see how it comes out. But I do believe we're going to be a lot higher at the end of 2026 than where we are right now. So these pullbacks, again, I'm looking them as opportunities. I got on my watch list rare earth. I got my BlackSky added to my list. This could end up being like similar to Rocket Lab. So I might even consider putting some of these stocks into my long-term portfolio, which are not in there yet. I'm going to start off with short-term with them if I decide to enter. And depending on how I see things, I might even add some shares into my long-term. But let me know what you think of these plays. Let me know if you're already in rare earth or if you're in BlackSky. What do you think? Let me know what you think is going to happen in 2026. Do you think we're going to go higher, or do you think this market is going to continue to sell off? Are you bearish? Are you bullish? Love to know down below. If you haven't done so, please do me a big favor. Smash the like button, and also please consider subscribing to the channel. It doesn't cost you anything, and it really helps out a small channel like mine. So if you didn't do that, please consider subscribing to the channel. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you on the next one.